Welcome again to my blog. Finally, it's weekend. The question I'm trying to answer today is actually if the transport system is more or less expensive in Chile than in Germany. I don't want to make this vlog always about comparing Germany and Chile. However, since I've been living here for 3 years, I feel the need to say some stuff. If we talk about nominal numbers, if you go to the train in Chile, it's going to cost you around 680 Chilean pesos, which translates roughly to 8.8 cents of a euro. So you might, if you're a European, you might think, okay, that is really cheap, especially if you consider that if you are going to Germany and one-way ticket is going to cost you 3.33 euros. If you're Chilean, that's 2,544 Chilean pesos. That's a lot if you compare it with the 80 cents one-way ticket to Chile. That said, my job is done here, and obviously Chilean transport is way cheaper than the European one. There is no point in this video. See you next week, except it's not that easy. Okay, we know that the transport in Chile is cheaper for one-way ticket. However, if you live in Hamburg, then you have the option to buy a monthly tariff. If you're a regular worker, then you pay a regular monthly fee, and then eventually it will be cheaper than buying always a one-way ticket, which is an option that in Chile is not available. That said, also if you live in Hamburg, your wage is going to be much higher than if you are in Chile. So I did a little of research here, and you have to bear with me for a little in order to check the numbers. If you take all of the people living in Hamburg, half of them will expend at least 3.8 of their income in transport, which means 50% of them will spend more of 3.8 and 50% will spend less than 3.8, which is, you can argue if that's a high or low number. I don't want to argue about that, just making a point. Now, if you live in Santiago, you take the whole Santiago population, they will spend 8.1%, which means, again, if you take the whole Santiago population, half of the Santiago population will spend at least 8.1%. The point is, in nominal terms, Santiago's transport system is cheap for one-way ticket. However, if you work there and you win less than you will win in Hamburg, then you can quickly realize that someone in Santiago have to spend more of their income in transport. It's more than the double. Then I got the question, why is that so? Why do Santiago's people spend so much of their money in a transport system which is not functional? In Europe, people spend less of their income and they get a much higher service, at least here in Germany. For example, if you want to take the bus, you go to the bus station and you will see a timetable. In that timetable, they will tell you in which time and which minutes every bus comes, so you don't have to spend time waiting around. If you live in Santiago, especially if you are in the night, you will realize sometimes buses don't come every 20 minutes. Sometimes you have to wait an hour and a half. And if you have bad luck, the bus driver won't even stop. I've talked to people who win less than the average, and less than the median. And they are angry. They pay the transport ticket, but they are very angry because they see how much of their income goes into the transport system. If I don't justify it, I can understand why people decide against it and don't pay it. If we're talking about the median, there are people who are winning way less and they still have to pay the same amount of money in transport. You have to pay just to be able to go to work, and then you're there at work, you win miserable loan, and then you have to go back and pay again your transport system, and at the end of the day you have just enough to pay your rent and something to eat. Maybe that will give you something to think about it. I hope I don't sound much Marxist, because I'm not. I'm just making a point, which is Santiago's people spend a lot of the percentage of their income in transport system. And see you next week. I hope one day my brother will decide to make the videos with me, because that would be very interesting. However, I'm convincing him through these videos, wonderful videos. Okay, just buy.